Hi, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel if you're an oldie goldie, and welcome if you're a new person. I hope you'll stay and subscribe. Today's Valentine's Day in the UK. I don't know if it's the same in the States, but it's generally seen as the day of love. And I've talked on it a wee bit. Sometimes it's important to others. Sometimes people just see it as a big commercial festival. But it's important sometimes to think about love and what we expect from it and how we can give love. Now, I've written a book called Love Lessons, an ebook, a Kindle. It's too short to be a book, and it's called Love Lessons, Find Love, Keep Love and Be Love. And I'm going to do a wee reading of one of the lessons in it in a wee minute, and if you want to stay for that, that's great. I'll see how that goes. I've been asked to read from my books, so this is the first time I'm doing it, but I'm incorporating it into a wee Valentine's message to you. For those of you with partners, when a day brings our attention to love, maybe we should take it, because in longer term relationships, days roll on and we all love one another, etc. But we can get bogged down with all the things that are going on, and love kind of is there, but it's not celebrated as such. And although, I don't like the commercialism of Valentine's Day, I do think that any day or any celebration or ritual that reminds us to think on love is a good thing. So if you're in a relationship, I urge you to take some time out and be with your partner, even if that's just sitting watching telly together but holding hands. One of the things I love about my husband and I is we've been together 15 years. When we watch TV on a Saturday night, which is really the only time we do it, but on a Saturday night when we sit watching TV or a movie, we hold hands like we're at the cinema together. And it's just a very simple thing, but just reaching out for one another's hand and being connected while we watch something is very sweet. And even if that's all you do, you're celebrating love and you're keeping that connection going. So those of you in a relationship, I would love for you to connect. If you've got out of the way of giving cuddles, give a cuddle. Cuddles are wonderful. Cuddles are my favourite thing in the world. If you have got out the way of giving a wee goodnight kiss, then give a goodnight kiss. If you've got out of the way of saying good morning to one another, then get back in the habit. Use this day that celebrates love to get back to the habits that you may have grown out of just because you've been together a long time. You don't need to have sex to have intimacy. Intimacy is very different. Intimacy is when you're continually, with that person in mind, and as a couple that you're very much together, and that can be just holding hands, it can be a wee kiss on the head, it can just be talking to people lovingly about your partner. And so, yes, we can celebrate passion or whatever, but to me, intimacy is the thing that makes a relationship very, very sacred, because it shows that every time you're with your partner or thinking of your partner, that there is this to and fro of love. So anyway, if you're in a long-term relationship, think about being intimate in the broader sense and not just doing it for today, but starting it off today and making it a habit. Now, if you're looking for a relationship, just remember that when a day is celebrating love and everything on, about is cards and hearts and roses, and if you're alone, it's important to remember that you're alone, but you don't need to be lonely, because many of us at times in our life do not have a partner, but we have friends and we have family and we have animals, and because of that, you need never be alone. And if you are maybe not around friends and family at this time, get out into nature, because if you go for a walk in the woods or even sit in your back garden and sit quietly, you'll find that the birds will come, or you'll hear things or see things, because when you're in nature, you never need to be lonely, because you're never actually alone either. I was thinking about this morning and sitting looking out to the back garden and the fence to the field, and I thought, yeah, I want to put this over. And as I was thinking it, the whole flock of sheep came towards the fence, and I had all these little sheep's eyes looking through at me, and I thought, thanks, Spirit, that was synergetic, that was wonderful. So when I was talking about nature, the sheep came to join me and have a wee look. So I find that really funny. So anyway, if you are on your own, remember that it's all right to be alone, but please don't be lonely, because sometimes all you have to do is go for a walk in nature, or sit at your back door like I did, or reach out, put your hand out and say, do you know, I might not have a partner, but I've got a pal that's in the same situation as me. Why don't we go for a walk? Why don't we go for a wee coffee together? Reach out if you need to. So with that, I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day, and I hope you celebrate love in your own way. And I'm now going to bring the first love lesson in the book up on my screen and read it. And I apologise if I'm not the best reader. It's one thing writing a book, it's another thing reading it. But this is from the part of the book that's Find Love. And if you do like it, and give me a thumbs up, I may well read from Keep Love and Be Love as well at another time. So let's see if I can flick this. Right, so we've got love lessons. Find love, keep love, be love. Part 1, find love. You may be ready to be with a loving partner for the first time. You could be ready to find the right person after a breakup or divorce. If you feel the need or the yearning for a loving soul connection, then read on. These lessons may help you find that special love. Lesson: love yourself first. How can anyone else love you if you don't love yourself? I know you'll have heard this time and time again, but it's so true. It doesn't mean that you are unworthy of love if you struggle with self-esteem or inner issues. It simply means it makes finding love harder. So try to learn to love yourself. What is truly loving yourself? It's actually quite hard to imagine as a concept. It's too opaque. You can only really learn to love yourself if you ask some deep questions and are prepared to work at dispelling any habits, people or thoughts that cause you to dislike or hate yourself. There are many things about our bodies, our minds, our lives that can make us feel less compassionate and loving to ourselves than we should be if we let them. You may recognise some of these thoughts that come to you either unannounced or there most of the time due to our past conditioning. So I'll do the body ones first. These are some of the thoughts. I'm too fat to be loved. No one would look at twice at me. I have acne. Who would want to kiss this face? I'm too tall. I'm too short. I'm too skinny. I've stretch marks. My ears are too big. I have uneven boobs. I have no boobs. My boobs are too big and saggy. My bum is too big. My bum is too flat. I'm just not pretty. I have frizzy hair. I have to wax off my moustache. I have double chins. And on and on and on. Negativity about our minds can cause us not to love ourselves and send us destructive thoughts. Here are some of them. I get overwhelmed. I don't have confidence. I'm stupid. I'm slow picking up on things. I get anxious and panicky. I don't like being centre stage. My last relationship didn't work out, so why would another? No one understands me. I'm too needy. I'm not good at small talk. I really don't deserve love. I might hurt someone. There will be never anybody like my ex. I want him back, even though he's happily married to someone else now. If I let someone into my life, they'll wreck it. If I let someone see the real me, they will leave me. We can also let our present or past circumstances affect how we feel about our self-worth. I'm a single mum, so no one will be interested. I'm 37, so you'll think I want a baby. I do, but I can't tell them that. I'm 37, so you'll think I want a baby. I don't, but you'll think I'm a freak. I was abused, so I'm worthless. I was abused and no one will fix me. I'm from a council scheme and was poor. I didn't do well at school. I've nothing to bring to a relationship because I've no money. I have health issues and no one wants to have that burden. I didn't get a good education. My family are an embarrassment. I can't have children, so who would want me? My career is important to me just now. I have debt. If any of the above resonate with you, then please look at them and find a way to understand that they are irrelevant. They don't make sense if you realise the way love happens. True love connects us to another person's soul. If it's only about the body or the mind or our circumstances, then it isn't true love. Love between two souls is prepared to overcome any issues that are superficial. Love that isn't between two souls, but on a shallower footing, will certainly see and be put off by the above. But it isn't true love, so why go there? Or why keep it when you realise this? Yes, we can be attracted to the body or the mind or the circumstances, but true love is blind to these things. True soul love only sees the other person's soul. So why should we learn to love ourselves then when the soul will overlook imperfections? It's simple. Most relationships don't start with a big clap of thunder and an angelic voice singing, "He's the one." They start with conversations, friendship, physical attraction, humour, etc. At this stage we need to love ourselves, or at least appreciate our self-worth, or we'll send out negativity or put up barriers which could stop a relationship progressing to the point where soul love blossoms. If you've issues about yourself, it can send out the signal, I'm not worthy or attractive or happy with myself. This may be enough for someone to take this as so and not give you a chance to show your soul. Or it can allow someone who would thrive on your vulnerability into your life and abuse and belittle you because they can. Think about it. So whether you use NLP, CBT, exercise, yoga, EFT, Reiki, self-help, series, mantras, life coaches, please work on self-worth and loving yourself. Begin today. Take one perceived flaw each day and blast it into oblivion. Talk common sense to yourself and make yourself be heard. You're fine as you are. You may change things and improve the future if you truly choose to, but for now, you're good enough. It's time to let another good enough soul see you without having to be brave, price-cutting his way through. It is time to let another good enough soul see you without having to be the brave prince cutting his way through a fence of thorns to get to Sleeping Beauty. Cut away your own thorny barriers and let him walk straight towards you. Most normal men are not storybook heroes. They may be prepared to die for you once they know and love you at soul level, but initially they're likely to run for the hills if they sense worthlessness. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry about the wee stumble near the end. As you know, I haven't learned to edit yet, so have to leave it in. I was thinking while reading, and I'm quite glad I wrote that. And we always need a wee bit of reminder, don't we? So let me know if you like this type of video and if you would like me to do more readings from books. Many blessings now. Bye.